Come on, let's do it together.
Nice Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar threshold.
I would say that it's stressful at times. He somehow manages to make things happen.
I don't know if it's going to pop. What do you think? Being able to show a consistent return has allowed me to enjoy certain things in life.
Hi, Nick McDonald from ThinkHuge Investments, where we offer retail traders the ability to invest capital with professional managers and have it traded on their behalf. FX Viper is by far our most popular, and it's managed by a good friend of mine. His name is Jeff, and he originates from Toronto, Canada. I've just returned from a few days with him where I was lucky enough to be there during one of the most volatile periods of the year, when the Greece situation was coming to a head and trading opportunities were plentiful.
What time is it?
6:20 in the morning.
And I missed the first two trades that started at 5 a.m.
Yes, I started at 5. My first two trades were about half an hour ago. And unfortunately, Nick, you were sleeping, so you missed it.
Second coffee for the morning.
Yep. Second of many.
How many coffees you have in a day generally?
8 to 10.
8 to 10.
How are these little ones, these espressos? Usually I'm on number 3 or 4 by now. I'm so tired.
On a platform of resisting pressures from the IMF, their position A to start over time, similar to do the kind of things that other countries in Europe have done to make their economies more competitive and cut back on these big fiscal deficits.
Hey, next year, you like this trade?
Impossible.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the pound. You see how the pound is completely different way.
Necessarily leave the euro really is not the critical.
So what kind of level are we looking at to place a trade in?
Can be worked out.
My Swami tells me 109.50, 110.50. Here you go. Here. You like? I took it. Right. There she goes. You're right. 450. Yeah, you're right. You said 50. She got up to 42.7.
You gonna put another trade on?
No. I'm not at that price.
Quick recap on things, just
Too close.
against.
Dow Jones update.
I closed it. Did it close properly on the yeah.
How many pips you got for the camera?
Just 1 pip. Let me just see. Just to get flat. Nobody lost. Oh, my man's broke even. You see the banners? 32.80. Yeah, they all broke even.
What's the release?
U.S. ISM manufacturing PMI.
52.8 on the headline, employment 51.7, prices paid 49.5, new orders 55.8, construction spending 2.2, the previous rise up sharply to plus 0.5. Quick recap then, the headline for ISM is higher than expected, the component is an improvement against previous at 51.7 and 48.3.
Close the trade prior to the news to get a squat. And then obviously the news.
The ISM, the manufacturing orders
52.8 versus 52 expected.
and the total construction spending in the US is strongest since November of 2008. So
You're not going to get in unless it goes up, really.
No, I'm not going to get in yet.
Worldwide, and we'll keep around the markets. Of course, a busy day for crude as well. We got the
Close the trade to get us flat. And of course, decent number on the U.S. ISMs, but that's just part of the game. I did currency trade to get me a Tesla. Well, I guess, over the years, being able to show a consistent return has allowed me to enjoy certain things in life, and one of them is buying a Tesla. Did you hear that? I mean, that wasn't even close to be going down. From 36, it went all the way 38 down to 24. I'm not going to. I got 14 pips. It's not worth it. Yeah, good trouble finalizing a deal. My newsfeed's going on. Dances got stopped out of the euro short. Every day, did you see? Yeah.
One of the banks.
Let's go back up. One of the banks just got stopped out of this. Who are the worst traders in the world?
So we'll get plenty more opportunities.
We'll get more opportunities. If there's a deal, we'll get lots of opportunities. Actually, I'm afraid to go look today at all. I just let's go for breakfast, and now I'm afraid I will miss everything.
No, it's all right.
Especially with the euro like this.
We'll just have a smoothie.
No, or I can make eggs if you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Here.
Teacup.
See? Anything right?
Just boiling water.
Oh. It's battery life. Okay, I just walked in from the... We lost each other. What happened? I'm just trying to catch up. I took a trade too when I saw you get. What happened?
Being euro dollar just going through the 111 handle on the upside, so some further momentum just picking up in the currency markets here. So further stops, trips above the 111 handle.
Took a second trade.
So consequently also lifting cable up to fresh highs. Likes of Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar, fresh highs. So it looks to be more seemingly the dollar weakness helping elevate things across the board, with also stops, trips in euro dollar through 111.
How many pips we got?
4G.
What are you shooting for?
I'm not sure yet. I'm waiting to see if that thing's going to go back. 7.
This is
Not having it.
Better than expected numbers from Ford for the month of May. A decline in sales of 1.3%. The estimate was for a decline of 3.4% according to Edmund. Do not focus on
What's going on here?
up or down a couple of percent. Focus on
Yeah, what's going on? It's a whole dollar. It's not just the...
sales results.
No, I know. Yeah.
I would not be surprised, guys.
No, I know.
We see a sales pace for the month of May of 17.4%.
Holy yeah, I got one too. I just went up to that break and that stops were getting triggered.
creditors are still far from a deal with Greece. So as EU's vital move says, creditors are still...
Alright, so let me talk you through what just happened. We were out having some breakfast, and the euro spiked about 90 pips. As we get back, it continues to pump higher, the euro. Subsequently puts another 4 or 5 trades on. So the managed accounts that he's trading made about 10 grand in the last 20 minutes. And his personal account, his master account, also made a bit of money. So across the board, with his MAMs that he's running with us, I think huge investments, in addition to his account, in addition to his private clients, he probably made a good 50 odd grand. Why can't you say what it's like to be doing currency?
Because I don't think Jeff is really like anyone else. That's why.
Yeah, what's different about it?
He's filming me right now. I would say that it's stressful at times.
It's stressful being a wife of a currency trader.
Sure. Well, it is. I think he's very conscious of the fact that he has a lot of people that are depending on him, and especially with the forums too, because he tells me when people say, are excited or say positive things.
Oh, really?
So I know he's conscious of that, so he has to be conscious on the other end when they're going to say negative things. Or
Would you have it any other way?
he's lucky he married somebody who what, Jeff? I don't know, who thinks big, or who's willing to take, risk in order to get ahead.
You're willing to accept that?
Absolutely. I think you have to take risks in life. But I was also, it wasn't such a blind risk. I was betting on him.
Yeah.
So he somehow manages to make things happen. all the time.
Yeah.
He never gives up. I will give him that.
I know that he has his mobile next to him at bed and the iPad and always listens to the news 24 hours a day. That's got to be hard to handle.
You know what? I think I'm so used to that. And I think even before currency trading, he was always busy with something.
Yeah.
So now he's just busy with this all the time. 24/7. Yes, it doesn't stop.
But that's
it doesn't
okay.
stop.
That's okay. It's just part of it.
Yeah, I think in order to be successful at anything in life, the people who are very successful, they eat, sleep, and breathe what they do.
All right, so Jeff, can you tell me a little bit more about your charts and what you're looking at? And
Well, right now I'm looking at this price action. The euro is broken, made a pop, way overextended. It's moved 247 pips. I'm down 92 pips on this trade. I'm not concerned because I only have one position open. I'm looking to add to it. And I'm looking at the price action and I'm watching the news at the same time, seeing if there's any news. I see they're talking about potentially a deal with Greece, but in my view, the euro will go down after eventually. It might pop a little more, but over time, the euro's going much lower. I think I'll hit the $3, $4 level.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm in $1.1080, but I'm really not concerned. What's on my charts is basically these candles I'm using are called fat wicks, and they allow me to look at the price action a little more easier, and there's no colors, so they're not color-coded. And I'm following this price action using these candles, which I prefer personally because they take away a lot of motions between red and blue candles. And then I've got some proprietary lines that I've set up for support and resistance. And that's basically it. That's basically my charts and the pivot, and that's really it. They're not like complicated, but I'm used to them because this is what I've been using for the years that I've been trading. So I have no plans to ever change these charts. They're sort of designed for me specifically, and they work well for my trading.
what's on that screen?
Oh, this screen basically is my news screen. I've got the dollar index, Twitter. I've got
Who do you follow on Twitter?
Different people. I follow everyone from Zero Hedge to Live Squawk to the ECB to basically 3 or 4 news sources. And then I use Rand Squawk for news, or some people might know them by Talking Forex, but I use the more professional version, which is Rand Squawk.
And then in the bottom left, you got...
That's just my Reuters feed. I can watch Reuters.
Yep.
Sorry, not Reuters, Dow Jones. That's basically it.
And as far as the dollar index goes...
I just watch that to see support and resistance for it, and see if it's breaking out, and if the euro is following that dollar index. I'm going to add a trade here.
Dow Jones update.
So you just heard it said Dow Jones update, so that's Dow Jones Newswire.
Alright, so we just added a trade.
Yeah. Lots of volatility today. Lots of volatility. So our plan is to finish trade today and go for my daily run.
How often do you do that? Every day?
Usually every day. Except for when I have you here visiting. That's fun. It's a day off.
Or is that just getting rid of dust?
That's my dust. Keeps the dust bunnies away from my computer setup.
Okay, cool.
Behind me I've got all my APC boxes, switches for internet backup, wireless modem, and then basically that's it. And then my setup for my generator.
So talk me through this trade, alright? So what are we at the moment? It's up. Let's break even almost.
No, it's up like 2 pips. Right now, basically, I got one trade down 87 pips. I'm probably going to have to add to get out of it. Maybe. It all depends how news flow. What happens over the next few days with Greece. If Greece does do a deal, the euro may go up a little more, but it's going to eventually sell off because everyone expects it to go up more than what it really does, and then people start looking at it as an opportunity, smart traders, to short into this strength, and so that's what I will do. So right now I got a second trade open. I'm going to probably scalp this trade to see how it plays out in the next 10 minutes, and then what I'll do after that is I'll look to add at a later time. But we got a lot of news this week, so I'm not in a rush to add, and I'm going to space out my trades quite a bit when I am adding.
So what's the target on this? Maybe 4 or 5 pips?
Maybe. I don't know. I got to see. It's now 12:47 in the day. London's gone home. I got to see how the pound reacts right here, because the pound looks like it's getting top heavy. If the pound starts retracing, the euro should follow suit. And the CAD at the same time should also bounce from here. This is actually a good spot to buy the CAD. But I'm not going to buy the CAD right now because I try to stay into one pair. If I'm in a little bit of a drawdown on a pair, I like to be in one pair at a time. And I'll trade around the drawdown. Many times I open up Nick's account on one screen because I want to see how their subs are doing for the signal service, how their fills are. So when I close, I always keep in mind the price action to try to get them as close to me as possible in terms of pips. So right now we're up 5 pips, 6 pips, 5 pips.
You feeling excited, nervous, level?
No.
Nothing.
No excitement, no nervousness. Now I'm looking at the pound and looking to go higher. Earlier today, I just missed one trade, but that was because I did a trade and I sold it right on the top of this spike. Yeah. And with a copier, it's very hard to pick that off in terms of them copying off of me.
Which spike are you looking at?
This first spike right up here, to 1191. It would be very difficult for anyone off a copier to get that. My man's got it. They were actually pretty, because that's locally copied. But it's just tough in that type of move with a wick moving like that, like a candle with that narrow wick.
Earlier today you were watching really closely, like on the edge of your seat, whereas now you seem much more relaxed. Why is that?
More coffees.
Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing what it's like to live the life of a multi-millionaire forex trader as much as I enjoyed filming it. Jeff is a really interesting guy. He lives a very unique and very intense life, but ultimately he loves what he does, and that is what makes him such a great trader. I'd like to extend a big thank you to him and his wife Courtney for putting me up in their lovely home while I was in Toronto. Shortly after we met in Toronto, we organised a conference with some of our best clients in Las Vegas. And during that, we filmed a question and answer session for the benefit of you guys. So if you'd like to check that out, please click on the link below or click through to our YouTube channel. If you'd like to allocate capital to FX Viper to manage on your behalf, it's very easy. Just visit our website, thinkhugeinvestments.com.